So I'm here at the ecovillage today. I'm going to give a tour to Diane Emerson and Michael Laurie, who started a permaculture project in Vashon Island. Can't wait to meet them. So you started some sort of a community?
I moved to Vashon Island from Portland to help start an intentional community around nonviolent communication and permaculture.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
while I was there, I organized a permaculture certificate course held and offered on a gift basis on Vashon.
The gift economy.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's interesting because I've been taking classes from an NVC teacher here in Portland, and he goes by the gift economy.
And is that...
Upgaya Pew?
Yes, Upgaya and I worked together. When I came to Portland, I taught with him. We were offering our courses to activists from Occupy Portland.
Oh, that's right, that's right. I remember he said he was doing that.
Yes, I did it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it is a small
It is a
Portland
small world.
Isn't it? Yeah, I signed up to do the permaculture design course with Planet Repair,
Okay.
which is, it's kind of connected to City Repair and Mark Lakeman.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm starting this weekend.
Oh,
That's
good.
why I was asking if you were going to be doing that.
Right. Yes. She
Yeah.
asked me if I was going to be
I
at
thought,
the
well, maybe she's one of the teachers there. So.
No, I'm not teaching. I am using my permaculture skills now as an organic gardener, landscape gardener on Vashon Island,
Oh, okay.
and teaching that way. Mm-hmm.
So nice.
Yeah, my clients. I teach my clients a lot.
I just started doing the ornamental gardens, taking care of those about a year ago. So, you know, my training's in basic ornamental horticulture and botany in California. I went to landscaper school.
Oh, wow.
Fortunately, my teacher was from England, so he taught us some older methods than what they were doing. Instead of, you know, just chopping the bushes off, he did have some more like organic type of things that
Good.
he did. But I want to learn more, so that's why I signed up for that course.
And Michael was a master gardener.
I've gone through lots of training. Yeah, I have an environmental science degree. I was a master gardener, master composter, taken many classes on water, and I have a 2-year degree in energy management. I've just completed a certificate on on-site stormwater control, like you have with your swales and the permeable pavement and all that. And I taught, when she did the permaculture class on Vashon, I taught the section on water, on indoor water, outdoor water, and on medicinal herbs. That's a whole nother thing I've been involved in. I've for many years been growing medicinal herbs and making medicinal herb tinctures, and we've been doing stuff with that. We had a class at our house in the spring with another herbalist, Michael Pilarski, who's one of the top herbalists in the Northwest, and we had students come there and we taught them about the plants and about tinctures and preserving plants, etc. So there you go.
I would come visit you sometime.
yeah, we have tours. Yeah, and we have rainwater, we have rain gardens, we have a green roof on the tool shed, we have a compost toilet, we have efficient appliances inside the house, we have medicinal herb botanical sanctuary, wildlife habitat, and kind of on it goes. A lot of different stuff. And now we're putting in a deck, renovating a deck, and we're going to use FSC lumber. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I don't know what that is.
So FSC, I try to keep it simple maybe. It's an environmental rating for lumber that a third party comes in and makes sure that the forest is managed in an environmentally responsible way. So not great big clear cuts, protecting the streams, protecting the wildlife, treating the workers responsibly, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a whole nother related certificate that the lumber yards themselves can get that relates into that. And it's interesting, so we want to put that environmentally responsible lumber on our deck, and guess where it's coming from? Here in Portland. So we're going to buy it from a store in Seattle. There's no local supplier, so we're going to go to the supplier tomorrow and pick out the boards that
It's a
we're
very
going to use.
Portlandia thing to do.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you know the names of the trees.
Exactly.
There you go. That's right. Exactly. Right. Like the chicken
You've seen
episode.
it,
Make sure they were grown well and check them out before we buy them.
Yeah. So that's. And you can look that up if you go to the FSC website. You can learn a whole lot more. You know, again, I wanted to try to keep it short because the document behind it all is over 100 pages.
Oh my goodness.
So it goes on and on about all kinds of detail. But I think you get the sense. It's an environmental, responsible standard behind the lumber. Because some cedar that you could get would be old growth from British Columbia, for example. Mm-hmm. And you know, us eco heads don't want to be buying lumber from old growth forest, right? Yeah. So that's what that's about.
So, I would love to concentrate on the whole humanure side of Kailash.
Okay.
If we run out of town, I'd love to do that first.
Take a look at that. So you can probably see part of the rainwater that we have here. You can see the pipes coming off the roof. We've also got downspouts on the sides of the building that come down through some other auxiliary swales, and then
Nice.
a big storage tank in the back.
How big? Do you remember the number?
I don't remember,
Okay.
but you know there's a sign there. I bet it says.
It says,
Okay.
that'd be good to see.
But this is, I'll actually turn this sculpture on so you can see it
Oh,
work.
that'd be
Oh,
great.
whoa.
I'd love
Stay
that.
clear of the sprinkle zone here. I'll be right back.
Gosh.
Might have to do a little video.
Oh, you're right. This is a video. Oh my gosh. I gotta go to the whole other.
The lights are generated by the wheels. Oh my goodness. That is
I'll
so
go turn that
cool.
off.
Okay.
Put in on the light there. So that's the light that's generated by the water wheel. I've never seen this anywhere before.
Wow. That is really cool.
There we go.
Oh, that's fabulous. That is so much fun.
Okay. So I'll take you down this way and we can see some of the swale system down here. So you can see it comes down from one downspout there.
Yes.
But then as we go up on the
I
driveway,
see.
you'll notice there's grates across the driveway.
I
so,
didn't.
Yes.
So we're catching the water that comes down the driveway.
Okay.
Oh, in there. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. And then that comes down into here?
Right, and then it goes around to the bottom, and there's a pond-like structure where we're trying to build like an amphibian habitat. I don't think we have any
Oh,
little guys in there yet, but we're hoping.
Nice.
wonderful.
We're trying for that.
Well, you are very creative here. This is very cool.
We that's one in our mission statement. It says we want to have some beauty as well as
Yes.
permaculture and practical things. We have the bat boxes too, but nobody's living in there yet.
How new is that?
They've been there a couple years. Somebody said it gets too hot, like it'll have
Oh, I
to be
could
under
see.
a tree or
Ah,
something.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Down at the rhododendron garden, they have bats down there. It's not too far away, but they haven't traveled over here yet, I guess.
And you have are those banana trees?
We do have some banana. Yeah, they don't really make bananas, but they're fun to have.
Yeah. They're a very tropical element.
And then in there we have cattails, but I've just recently chopped them all down, so we're going to have to start over. You can see the little shoots of cattails coming up over there. See them?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you cut them down to eat them, or what? Just because they were too much?
They were all dead and dry, and this had like very little soil left, so I wanted to build the soil up.
Sure.
And I've put a little bit of soil in there, and then I noticed, oh, they're growing already. I better start getting to work in there.
So this
I
is a
wish-
viburnum.
I bush cranberry.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the
it
red
looks like
berries. It's a viburnum. It's related to. We have a medicinal one that's called cramp bark. It's the same family,
Okay.
and the bark can help with cramps. And yeah.
And this berry, this one is called
I think it's a high bush cranberry. I'm not.
Yes.
high bush cranberry.
And
That's
Okay.
all.
for the birds.
Haw is another name you might see that people call it.
So these smaller leaves look kind of like some other viburnum I've seen, but I wouldn't recognize it by the bigger leaves.
And there's some of those that are native. I don't know if that one is native or not.
I know we did try to plant some native plants. I don't know if this was one. Well, there you go.
Yeah, cramp bark.
Yeah.
But so that's and yeah, there's different. Also known as high bush cranberry, black haw, snowball bush. The flowers, were they nice, fluffy white flowers? Do you
They
remember?
were, yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
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 And the fruit is just so beautifully bright.
It is. Well, yeah, feverfew and clover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are kind of like volunteers over
Oh
here.
yeah, they are. They're nice little volunteers. And they're medicinal.
Yeah, feverfew is medicinal for headaches.
Yeah, we used to sell that in the health food store quite a bit.
Did you?
Like the capsules.
Beautiful.
So that's the Passivhaus.
This is the current.
Was the Passivhaus here?
It was being built.
It was being built. Okay, so now
It's passive.
it's finished and the owners moved into the top and we have room rentals in the bottom. And the walls are about 1.5 feet thick with spray soy foam.
It's a passive house?
Yes.
Passive. Mm-hmm.
1.5
Okay.
foot wall spray soy
Oh, they're-
foam.
Soy foam.
How
And
about
there's an
that?
air
How
exchange
cool is
system so
that?
the heat stays
Can I
constant.
take a picture of this here too?
Yes.
I knew he would love this place. And he
Oh, he hadn't been down here
no.
yet? Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, I've been to Portland many times, but I haven't been here. And one of the things I do is I'm a consultant on green building. And
Yes, in Seattle they have a program called the Built Green program. And
Built green,
Yeah,
okay.
and he's one of 11 verifiers. So that when people say, yes, I want to get 3 or 4 stars, Built Green stars, he works with the builders and the architects to document that they actually have done what they said they were going to do in order to
Okay.
get those stars.
We have a living building challenge here?
Yes,
Is
we
that
have
up
that in
in
Seattle as well.
okay.
that's where it started in Seattle, yeah?
It
And
did start in Seattle. Okay.
And
wasn't
so
sure.
one of the buildings down here is in that program? I think I heard about there was a group of women, I think, got together and repurposed this building. Now maybe you're thinking of a different one,
I'm thinking of a different one.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, there's hundreds of buildings all around the world that are in some stage of getting it certified. And part of the certification in that program is you can't just build it and get it certified. It actually has to be operated for a full year. So then you can document that it was as good and as you expected, because now you have the energy bills and the water bills and all that to prove it.
Okay. Yeah, there was one over here in Southeast that had these like almost solid metal panels on the outside.
Oh.
Kind of a unique looking place. And it was on the Green Building tour when we had one a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they were in the process though, so I don't know if they ever finished that.
Ah.
So these like sections of gardens like this, that's part of our group garden. And then we have individual garden plots.
So when I was here
Oh my
last,
gosh, it's a good big
you
garden.
you had the option of peeing in a place so that your pee could go into watering the group garden. Do you still have that?
That's the urination station over there.
There it
Right
is.
there.
I want a picture of that.
Yes,
Okay.
I definitely want. Me too.
Urination station. I love that.
Go all the way back.
Make sure it's not occupied.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to get a picture too here.
Get out of the zone there.
Can I shut the door?
Sure.
Oh, maybe what? You know what? One more, because I want to see the roof.
So we
That
call
was-
that our lendable loo.
Lendable loo.
Why?
Yeah, we have them available. If people
Really?
want to use them in their apartments.
Oh,
Wait a minute. You use what in their apartments?
A lendable loo. A
This whole
toilet.
thing? Oh, the inside part.
It's
The-
basically
Oh,
a
that.
square wooden box with a
Oh,
bucket
this guy.
and a seat on top.
Yes, very nice.
so they can pee. This is all pee. So you can pee two ways here: sitting down or standing up. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Because
But
male
we
or
use
female?
those for human manure too. And this is the storage for the urine.
Oh, I see. Got it.
So the urinal, or you can drop bottles off if you're collecting
Oh.
it in your house.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get this all in one picture if I can. It's kind of hard with the light. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to close up more of. So, yeah, I got to ask you. So is the film running and is it recording what we're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
So ask
So what's
something
the deal with the
interesting.
city? What's the deal with the city on this? I mean, in Seattle, they'd be going, "Oh my God, you guys are crazy. We're not going to let you do this." But here,
So you can actually, the reason we made it a urination station is you can actually do that here. You can't do an outdoor,
compost,
commode, yeah, composting toilet.
right? Okay.
You have to have, the ones that are already made and certified, and they have to be in a unit and that kind of thing. You can't have an
okay.
outhouse, basically.
Well, we have a sun marb that I put in over 12 years ago in our house, and so that's in a certified. Well, at least Washington State, it's on the approved list. Okay, so back to this.
Yeah.
This goes in here, and so people worry that if you let the urine sit too long, I don't know. So how long do you let that sit, and what happens to it after it's?
We don't worry about
You don't
that.
ever worry about
we
it.
don't
Ever,
worry
nothing
about
happening to it.
like the ammonia or anything.
Okay, that's good. You have a
Um,
little vent up there, then,
Yeah.
so that can help vent it out.
And when we take it out, we'll mix it with 4 parts water and then put it at the base of the plants.
4 parts water.
Oh, you mix it with
Oh,
4
okay.
parts water.
So it's still fairly strong then.
Oh yeah.
I was taught 10 to 20 parts water, but 4
Wow.
parts.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So you take it, how do you get it out of there? Where do you get it out from? Is there a little valve on the bottom and the back?
I don't know. I don't do that part.
You don't do that
That's
part.
all right.
There it is. There's a valve on the bottom.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and so you just put your...
It used to be up here, so they moved it to
well,
down there.
you'd have to be at the bottom, because otherwise you
We'd
wouldn't
have
be
to
able
pump it out, huh?
Yeah. So you can put your bucket down there, your watering can down there, dilute it, and off you go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
And someone's in charge of that.
Oli.
Oli.
Yeah, Oli does that.
Oh, and Ole's name sounds familiar. Was he here back in 2012?
He's the owner.
Oh,
One of
he's the owner.
owners.
Well, then
Yeah.
he definitely would have been.
He does this and he does the humanure, and those are kind of his pet projects.
Ah, well, Ole's
Yeah.
our guy then to talk to
I mean,
about
that's why these have really progressed along as fast as they have.
Right. Well, good for him.
So I'll show you the humanure.
Yes, please.
Next.
Yeah, that
I'm
would
very,
be great.
very interested.
So we used to have kind of a rickety little structure made out of old wood pallets.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I remember.
And then we got involved with Recode. And Recode's working with City of Portland.
Well, it's a
So-
group that's trying to change the codes.
They are trying to make sustainability legal. So they're trying to actually get
Oh
the
my
codes
gosh,
changed,
we need them in Seattle.
Well, we have
which
it.
is what
Do
you
we?
need
The
to
Northwest Eco Building
Yeah.
Guild. That's what they're all about.
Okay.
And they have model examples. I bet you they have some examples from Portland in their database, and that's what they're about. Yeah.
So they
Nice
had
block.
us do it a certain way, and we did it all to their specifications. So City of Portland wants this. They're working, to help us get this permitted, and we're one of the main test projects of it, probably the biggest one. So
Nice.
we took the cement blocks. It's all sealed with cement and drains, and then it drains into a bucket where that plastic lid is.
Oh.
And
It
then
all-
we pour the liquid back in so that it's all self-contained.
So, yeah, give me a little. Let's back up then. So it's all going into there.
Mm-hmm.
But now, what's in those buckets?
Okay, so that is the same as we do over in the food waste. Is we'll take the buckets.
Okay.
So people are doing humanure in their own spaces.
Yes.
So they'll put wood chips, and then you add a deposit, and then you add more wood chips.
Yes.
A
And
deposit.
yeah. That's not how Oli says it, but I've made up my own language
That's all right, that's
for
a
it.
good
I
word.
call it a gift exchange.
A gift to-
Right.
We're making fertilizer.
That's right.
Yeah. So then once you
Once you
have
do
your
that,
bucket full, you bring it down here
okay.
and you cover it, and then the compost team will come and take care of it all at once.
And where were they dump it in there? They take the top off of the black deal?
No, it goes
Okay,
in
so
here.
here's someone's deposit here.
And I'm not strong enough to lift this, but you could open it if you wanted.
Oh my God, it's huge. The
Oh,
whole
you should
thing.
take a pictures of this.
Oh, definitely.
It
Oh
doesn't
wow.
smell that bad. It's not. It's like a compost bin.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no flies.
And you know what? Zoom in on the thermometer.
Yeah, we really keep it sealed, and then after you put the wood chips, it really seals it off.
Wow.
If you look in one of these, you can probably see what's in the
I'm
bottom.
gonna have to lower this pretty
Yep,
soon.
go ahead.
Yeah, careful there.
That is really.
No, I'm gonna drop it. There we go.
So when we have one that's full and it's ready to go, which we had one over here, we'll take these blocks out so that it's easier to get into, so we don't have to lift that up. So we'll just kind of open it
Oh,
up.
in the middle. You can leave the blocks there and then.
Yeah, you can take some of the blocks out.
Can I get you to take a picture when I lift this one more time?
So do you want to look in this one?
It'd be good to see.
Okay.
Is there an empty one in here?
There is over to the left, or at least
Oh.
it's really low.
No, yeah, that's not an empty one. I think we might have an empty one. You can
I'm
see
not
the
sure what
bottom
you
of it.
want me to take a picture of, John.
Well, you got that. You got this.
Here, let me.
Maybe the whole deal would be nice.
Here we go. This is much better. Yes. Got it. Okay.
All right. So, but there's one that has a good. You can see the drain. Is that what you're talking
I
about?
think so. 'Cause they just emptied it. It did have some usable stuff in there.
Try this again.
I don't know what's going to happen to that piece of wood.
Oh, here. Here's a drain.
Yeah, there you go. That was the drain.
it work that way or no? Left. Turn it to the left, maybe.
There.
That sounds.
That sounded good.
Maybe just lock it.
Can I try?
I used to be able to open that.
This is pretty tight, no matter what you do.
I used to open easier than that.
Wow.
So I
There
see
you
an
are.
opening there now.
Okay, wow.
Oh
So it doesn't all feed into here. Tell me what does feed into it. It drains into here.
my. Oh, you know
Something
what?
drains into
He
here.
usually keeps a bucket in there, and then he catches it in the bucket, pours it back in.
You just have to hook it up with the.
Just line it up with the. You sure don't have any
Yeah,
cat.
there we go. Yeah.
That's probably good enough.
Okay.
Can we have this back?
Wonderful.
Wow, this is so great. And no one would ever believe that this is humanure. There's
That's
no
the
smell.
only one.
There
That's-
are no flies. This is absolutely fabulous.
This is the
Yeah.
only one. It did have a little funky smell.
But yeah,
But
but
so what?
once you opened it
Oh,
up,
yeah, right. It's down there, and all this else. I mean, yeah. Who would
this
know?
is absolutely incredible.
Now
Yeah.
it does have a smell when we're like slopping it
Well,
in
of
there.
course it will,
Yeah.
but just you would think, this whole thing is filled with humanure. You would think there'd be flies buzzing everywhere, and you
Would be
couldn't
stinking.
come within 30 feet of the
Yeah.
place.
Mhm.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
This people need to come here and experience this.
Yes.
Have you ever tried to
I
talk
agree.
to the producers of Portlandia? I'm serious, actually.
They'd make fun of it, but it would still get attention.
Yeah,
Get the word out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I am so glad. See, this is unique. This is different. It
Oh,
is-
this is totally. I've never seen
so
anything like
special.
that. You guys are real pioneers. Thank
Yes.
you for doing this.
Yeah.
And thank you for leading the tour of it.
What else do you want to see? Do you want to see the forest garden?
I'd like to see your bicycle. Do you have a bicycle storage place still?
Oh yeah, it's right over here. So we have the beehives. They actually thrive better if you don't take the honey.
Of course they do. They
Yeah.
make the honey for a reason. For
Yeah.
themselves.
We do use it, like if they abandon the hive, we'll use the honey and the wax.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Um,
fair enough. They've abandoned the hive. They've given it to you as a gift.
So what's
So
the deal with
there's-
the concrete blocks around the fruit trees? I could make a guess about it, but
Ah.
can you say something about that?
Okay, what would be your guess?
Well, for one, heat. It could be thermal mass.
And to keep the mulch away from the trunk
away
of the
from
tree.
the trunk of the tree.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
What
That's the main
happened
thing?
is we planted the trees and then we kept adding wood chips.
Yes.
And so much so that it was going to bury the bottom of the tree, so we had to
Oh.
push the mulch back from it.
Some actually did sprout their scions or whatever.
Oh, right down
from
at the
the
base.
from the grafted rootstock.
Yeah.
Ah,
I wanted to point out, if you guys were interested, I don't know what your focus is, the King Strophareus is in bloom, which
What is it?
it's a fungus that really grows in wood mulch.
oh.
And
Is it an
it's-
edible or medicinal
Oh, it's
one?
a fantastic
Oh,
edible.
we should take a look
Oh,
at
I'd
it.
love
It's
to
like
see
a
it.
portobello.
Oh my
Oh
God!
my.
Sure, I'd
Yeah.
love to see it.
Is that the what they call the brandy wine?
Oh, here's
Yes.
an even better.
It's the
picture of
brandy wine.
box.
Yeah, that's a good one of the blocks.
Yeah. So if you're going to use 10 zillion tons of mulch, this is what you might want to do with it.
Exactly, you inoculate it with the King Strophareus.
Did you do that, or is it just random
did,
chance?
yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, he very intentionally
It's
did
so
something.
wonderful, Pandora.
You do
Thank
that,
you
and
so
it
much.
really accelerates the decomposition of the chips.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm reading a book called Mycelium Planet. And I've read a few books by Paul Stamets, who you may have heard of, the mushroom guy in Washington State. He sells inoculate type stuff.
So
Oh,
I
wow,
kind
this
of
is
blocked
cool
it
in
off
here.
because
Oh,
they're
wow.
growing in the pathway, but they're especially
Oh,
growing.
here, look at this.
See
yeah.
there, and here's a perfect. You probably have to go around the other side, but here's a perfect
Excuse me.
specimen. of like how I guess usually people want to get them smaller, but I like to get them like that because then you can do the Portobello thing.
Yeah, you can really, you got something substantial to chew on.
Here's
Yeah,
a beauty
and-
over here too.
It's really very similar in taste to a Portobello. I mean, kind of innocuous and, you know,
Nice.
certainly has its own flavor, which is different, and I would call it much more earthy
Oh, cool.
flavor.
Nice.
But you could even like eat them raw, pull one up in raw. But it looks like some animals have been
Yes, something's been chewing on
Eating
them.
on it.
eating them, so I'm happy.
We grow shiitakes in logs, and the slugs just go hog wild on the
Oh.
shiitakes. Unless we protect them from the slugs, like
I'm-
overnight.
I'm glad to hear that because I seriously thought about inoculating some logs. And
Interesting.
shiitake is one of the most common. But
Yeah, it's not a deal breaker. You just have to do some slug protection of some sort. We've used copper tape. And, yeah, wow. I love this spot here. This is
Yeah.
really nice.
So
this
nice.
is where, this is our owner's like very special place that she's really
Little Zen Garden.
Yeah.
taking care of, and I've been the official waterer, so I
So
have
your
kind of an
bamboo-
attachment to.
Do you harvest the shoots to help keep it under control?
We actually let them grow and then we chop them and then build stuff with them.
Aha.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's some timber bamboo over there if you want to see that. We haven't
Some
it,
big,
but it
yeah.
grows for 4 years and then it falls down, so you
oh, perfect.
have to harvest it.
Oh, that's good.
My name's Kamala. Sorry, I didn't mean
Oh,
to take
yeah,
over the
Michael,
show.
Laurie,
That's
yeah.
okay, I'm
No,
Diane,
let's go.
Emerson, nice
Glad
to meet
you
you.
came
Your name
in.
again?
Just-
Kamala.
Campbell, nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
It's so rare to get to see these in bloom, so. You
Yeah.
know, like we'll
And there's
probably
quite
get
a
one or
few.
two. Yeah, and usually
There's
always
little,
on
little
it.
bitty babies coming up over there.
Yeah.
They're not done yet.
Yeah, yeah.
I
you
will
know.
have to email Ole about it because I know that he gets so excited.
Where is he?
No idea.
Oh.
Probably just doing his life. Are
Doesn't
they
live here?
around? No, they live here. They
Oh,
live in the
I haven't been,
Passivhaus.
Oh, wait.
I haven't
They
been
do.
around today, so I don't know where they are. I'm curious, you said you've tried the copper tape for
Yes.
slugs. I've heard about that, but I've never tried
Works
it.
very well.
Yeah.
We've tried like putting pennies around. to see
You know,
if that-
yeah, the copper tape is good because there's no gaps. They could maybe go in between two pieces
Ah.
of pennies.
Uh-huh.
But with the copper tape, no.
okay.
It does work.
It's like an electric fence, what I've read for them.
And the reason it works has something to do with the fact that you and I use our bodies use iron to carry oxygen in our bloodstream.
Uh-huh.
They use copper. So there's something about that.
That would sort of make sense that it would jump from the copper tape into them.
Although
to
we
complete
don't
the
have an
circuit.
issue of
Like a
touching
lightning
iron,
rod.
but they have an issue about touching copper.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's so much a better conductor than iron is.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that's
bet you,
it.
I bet you that's what it is. So that works pretty good. Honestly, full disclosure, we've seen a couple slugs, sort of punk slugs, that were going over the copper anyway.
Uh-huh.
But the vast majority of them, our experiences, will not cross the copper. Yeah.
Yes, and
Good
I've
to
made
know.
little copper protective collars out of recycling. Like you get a little plastic container, like at a deli, and cut the bottom out, put the copper around that, and now you have an individual plant protector. About this high, with the copper at the top,
Okay.
and put it down in the soil so they can't get under it, and they can't climb over it.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, those work well. You know, you just have to worry about any branches that may go over the.
And I
It's
have
like a
found,
ladder over the wall, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I have found an inexpensive source of this copper tape on eBay. It's very expensive to buy in the hardware stores, but they have it. But if you go on eBay, you'll get it way cheaper.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we
So
can
the
go
bicycle
around-
thing.
Yeah, we'll go around here. We'll see the water tank and the bicycles.
Okay. Yeah, the water tank.
And Mr.
Ooh, there's a
Squirrel
little
over here.
squirrely.
He's been busy.
Yeah, he's very, very busy
We've had
there.
some trouble with them
Ooh, more
chewing on our
mushrooms.
solar panel wiring.
Chewing your solar panel wiring.
So we've had to
Oh.
put like grates around the solar panels.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, these mushrooms are all over. Oh, look at this. What is this? What's this plant? With the berries.
See, now I thought that was chokecherry.
Well, it could be.
Could be
I don't know
chokecherry.
chokecherry. We don't have any. We must have 20 different kinds of berries at our house, but we don't have chokecherry.
But the other one was a high bush cranberry.
High bush cranberry,
Yeah.
okay.
Look at that. This is the stuff that dies in 4 years?
That's our baby. We just got him this year.
Put your hand on that again. Nice.
Holy smoke.
So yeah, you see them growing like they're like this, and the next day it's like this, and the next day it's like that. It's
Whoa.
amazing. Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's amazing how fast it grows. So I wonder if that one's dying because it's 4 years old.
Could be.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
know they went after 4 years, so that's interesting. We have so many kinds of bamboo. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, there are so many.
It is really beautiful.
Some are way more invasive than others.
And there was a huge tree here before. Look at
Yeah,
that.
look at that.
Yeah, that's not ours. We didn't do that one.
Do you have like what, an acre of grounds here or so?
Well, the whole thing's about 2 acres.
2 acres. The whole thing's 2 acres.
But I'd say of gardens, we probably have an acre.
That makes sense.
I don't know what that is.
This is our shade garden, or the Buddha garden. Little hidey hole there. There's the water storage
And-
tank.
And
Oh,
oh,
here's
there
the
it is.
tank.
Yeah, there's the tank. And people have individual gardens too, right? If they wish.
Yeah, you
Is that
can
what
see,
these are?
the little squares.
Yeah.
The ones that are in little squares all throughout. So pretty much all of that is individual.
Ah,
garden
okay.
plots. And it looks
1,500 gallons.
yeah, we've got that figured out. Hey. No, do you want to meet our guests?
Is this the owner?
No, this is my husband.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Diane Emerson.
How you doing?
Hi, this
Hi,
is
Michael, Laurie. Nice to meet you.
They're from Vashon Island.
Vashon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just so impressed with your humidor system.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
that
That's
is
nice.
cool.
Always
Very,
done a fantastic
very
job.
great. And of course everything else as well, but that especially.
Tell you the solar shower's been really nice.
Oh,
Oh, that's new. The gray water in the solar shower.
gray water, oh, is new and solar showers
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been.
the gray water I'd love to see.
new. Yeah, your
You
gray
should
water
check out
system.
the shower for sure. It's really beautiful. It's a great idea. It's a great idea by Laurie.
Take a look.
I'm going to take a shot. So, this is maybe a marshmallow here.
Yeah, yes, it's fuzzy. It's a plant that
It's a little
marshmallows were
bit
made.
different than ours.
It is a little different than ours. Maybe because it's growing in more sun.
We had quite a few of those around, and we had some of the motherwort also,
Mm-hmm.
and mugwort.
Yes.
We've got that. Mugwort, I had a hard time keeping it growing. I didn't really, it's one of the ones I didn't give a lot of attention to. Diane, could you maybe stand here and I can take a picture for scale?
Yep.
Wonderful. And the red goes very nice. Okay.
Complementary colors, red
Yeah,
and green.
Gray
there you
and
go,
gray,
yeah. So the gray water's over this way?
Mm-hmm.
I want to check out your bike
Oh
storage.
gosh, look at the bike thing. Oh god, of course.
I get around by bicycle.
Oh, excellent. So it's our bike barn, garden tool shed, firewood shed.
How long has this been going?
10 years. Yeah.
That, you are very far along for 10 years, I would say, really.
I've never seen a place progress so fast. And it's because of Oli and Maitri. They just go, 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 go.
They must be go-go, yeah. 'cause-
Progress and stay together. That's the other key thing.
Mm-hmm.
That they're making it work,
Mm-hmm.
and it hasn't fallen apart.
Exactly.
That's the other key thing with
Mhm.
an eco-village. And I think it helps a lot that there's, you know, the two people, it's theirs. And so there isn't a huge group of people trying to get consensus, and those people change every month.
Yeah, and because of that, you know, we have a different like decision-making structure. We've tried to make a structure that was like, you know, sociocracy or consensus decision-making.
Yes.
But because we have one part that's a top-down element with two owners, we haven't found anything that works for us. So.
How do you resolve conflicts? What methods do you use to resolve conflict?
For a while, we had a mediation team,
Uh-huh.
and there are definitely people here who will help with that. And there's some people that, you know, have even been trained to do that, and they'll just voluntarily help.
Okay.
But then our teams, you know, they can make their decisions any way they want, and a lot of them are more like egalitarian.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of them don't really have a leader, or someone will be kind of like the leader because they know the most about that
Yeah, so
topic,
it
and we
seems to
kind
be
of look to them for what should we do with this.
so
you
kind of
know?
flexible, and that's kind of nice. There's no
Yeah.
set real top
Yeah,
structure.
it's very. It's a lot more easygoing than, you know, I've been to some of the meetings that are like the co-housing,
Yes.
and those are, you know, those are some strong opinions, and they're, you know, they're set to be there for a long time. They own part of the property.
Yes,
They want a big
that's
say in it.
that's right. That's very, very important. Now, gray water.
Gray water?
Yes.
water.
Right over here.
We don't want to take too much of your time, and we really want to focus on these incredible things that that not many people are doing.
Yeah.
So-
And we've kind of, I had some too brutally long days the last previous days, and
Uh-oh.
What? Something's digging in there?
Oh, no, he said he had some brutally long days.
oh, it's all right. It's all right. I'm not. I just want
D-Pave
to.
just did a gray water workshop. We actually had something set up in here and there before they came. We took it apart so they could do their project. So there was a class, you know, quite a few people of like landscapers and plumbers and all of that
Oh, cool. They came
And-
here. It was a gray water.
workshop, and they put that together.
So this is where the gray water is coming out.
It comes out from here. So here's a valve.
Oh.
And then here's the sink and the
Oh, okay.
shower. And then on top of the shower,
Start with the head
there's
water.
a solar collector so that it's heated by the sun up there.
Okay.
And it was actually getting a bit too hot.
Isn't that nice when that happens?
Mm-hmm.
You can always cut it back.
It's kind of hard to see where the solar collector is, but you can see like just this big black
Oh, that.
coil
Uh-huh, sure.
pipe
That's great.
up there.
Oh, yeah. It goes around and around, and
Mm-hmm.
this is so nice. So this is new, you were saying?
Can I step into here?
Yeah, go ahead. There's not all that much planted in here yet. There are some artichokes in there.
Nothing like an outdoor shower.
In there. Do you want me to turn the water on so you can?
would be great.
I can do that.
Oh, she's over there. She'll walk up while she. There you go.
coming out right here, or is it
Should be.
It looks like it's just a valve.
Oh, you know what? I remember it was uneven and it went on one side more than the other.
So maybe it's yeah, I think that's where you might see it.
But see,
Like that, on one side or the other.
it's going to go up here first. Because the pipe actually comes over here and then goes that way.
Oh, okay.
So it should go this way first.
Okay. Can you see it there? I think you just pull it up. There you go.
We're gonna check every single one over here.
Yeah, we're gonna see it eventually.
How about there?
Not really. Is that valve turned? Which way is that valve turned?
This looks good for flow, yeah. We're good here. That makes sense. Yeah, because, well, wait. All right. All right, let's try that. I mean, it should normally. All right. Okay, you got it running?
Yeah.
Yeah, not any better.
Well, it says off, but which way is off?
I know that. Oh, here it is. Yes, it's coming
Oh.
now. Yeah, that could be better labeled, but you know, no offense.
Huh, I wonder why it was off. That's weird. Wow. Where was it going when it was off?
That's a great question. Maybe nowhere. But yeah, where it's. You would think it would back up if there's too much. If it can't go. Well, if it's
time to back up, it's pretty big pipe.
well, it's not much of a pipe. Because if you close it here, it's just this.
Oh, it's just that. Yeah, that would have filled up pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Should we
anyway.
close it back again? Or leave it like that?
You think we should close it back up again?
Well, I'm just trying to think it through. The only reason I would think would be cold. You're not going to anticipate any freezing weather anytime soon, right?
No, that's not yet.
So
but,
other than that, why not make use of it? Maybe somebody's got a different thought. Though.
Let's turn it back off, and
Okay.
then I'll tell Oli, and then he'll know, if it should be on or off.
Right, there you go. You can
I
say-
really don't know why it
we
would be
just put
off.
it back to the way it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Put it back the way you found it.
Yes.
that's right.
Close the gates behind you.
You can't give us a hard time. We just returned it to what it was.
Yes, nice outdoor shower. Outdoor showers are so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
That is great.
And we have the clear roof up there, so it's, get a little sunlight in there.
Wow,
What a treat.
So is this like an apartment building? What do you call it? What's?
It is an apartment building.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just was trying to understand what the structure, what the economic structure, for lack of a better term, is.
Yeah, so everybody rents here.
Okay. Everybody rents, but the owner lives here.
Right. Yeah, well, they're community members, and they participate in everything.
And so, can you get any? I don't want to say this question. If you worked a whole bunch in the garden, could you get reduced rent? Is there any kind of trade-off thing, or is it more like everybody's expected to put in 2 hours a week, 5 hours a week, or is it just random? You just do whatever you want. How does that go?
So we have, the requirement is one work party per quarter and one social event per quarter.
Okay.
So it's very minimal. People that want to participate, though, are
Yeah.
doing a lot more than that. We
That
don't
is
have
very
work
minimal.
trade. It's not like a commune or something like that. We don't have that. There's a mortgage to pay, so we need some people that are going to pay rent.
People have to put money in.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
let's say you wanted to do a whole bunch more than I did.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I pay my rent and you pay your rent, nobody's going to give me a hard time for not working as much in the garden? How does that play out?
Some people might look and say, you're not really doing your share, but they're not as attached to it as the co-housing. In
Yeah.
co-housing, you really feel like you've been gypped if if your neighbor's not doing
Holding up.
the same. But here it's like there's some people that are so enthusiastic they want to do a lot more.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah, I know. Well, two of the co-housings in Washington were two of the first ones in the country, and two people that I'm friends with were people that started them. One of them's on our island, one of them's on another island. And the one friend honestly said, I won't name names, but he said, oh my gosh, yeah, the meetings were sometimes just too much. And part of it that was frustrating is that some people wanted to like take charge of a topic that they knew very little about. And so it slowed down the whole train while they came up the learning curve that maybe others were already up. And instead of having it be a requirement to be in charge of a topic that you know it, they just left it up to like, you do whatever you want. And
that happens a lot. I think a lot of people mistake confidence for competence.
Yes,
And,
yes.
In America, well, we see that,
Oh, God,
on the top now.
Yes,
where
we
the
see
loudest-
that at the top,
loudest
yes.
person must know the most.
Right.
So if you're not a person who's going to check that out, and check their references, then you're going to go by whoever looks the most confident.
Right, the silverback gorilla.
Yeah.
That really. Right. Yeah, and that can make the train go off the tracks sometime, to some degree or other, my opinion. Yeah,
A lot.
yeah, a lot.
I see
Yeah.
that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm Diane Emerson from Vashon Island, and very into permaculture and sustainability. And I love what Kailash Ecovillage is doing here, and that's why I wanted to bring Michael here because he hasn't been here before.
So I'm married to Diane. We live on Vashon, and I'm a sustainability consultant, and I have been doing that for over 30 years. And when Diane told me about this place, I wanted to come. And I got to tell you, I have seen all kinds of conservation, sustainability stuff all over the country. And this, by far, stands out as one of the best examples. It's a wonderful place, and we're very thankful for the tour we received here.
Thanks for visiting. Thanks. I'm going to come visit you.
Good.